Namaskar and welcome to Aad Yog. Today this video is about astrology, the 8th house in astrology. So I'm developing this course on astrology, and if you want to roll in for this course, it will be like one-on-one kind of thing. So I'm making this group, whoever want to join, and we will have like online classes. You can send me an email ID is in the description. And after that, the same course will be available like in a recorded video kind of thing. All right, so let's get into the 8th house. Technically, the 8th house is considered with death and rebirth. But I consider this house as a house of longevity. The way we see it, we have to see how the placement of a planet and particular nakshatra is in the 8th house. But first I will tell you what 8th house holds. It holds secrets. It is a deep hidden place, or deep down under what you have, all your secrets, all the hidden things, all the hidden characters, all the hidden talents, whatever you have is down under. So it's something represented by which is hidden, or which is kind of under the earth. To really flourish something, if you have good positions there in the 8th house, to really flourish those positions, you literally have to dig deep and get those things out. Otherwise it won't be possible, because they are under the earth, they're hidden. Or you keep those things hidden from people. Extramarital affairs, mistresses, occult, hidden, or you can say secretive societies. All these things are down there. We can see it from there. Your hidden interests that nobody knows, and you don't tell about that to people. You know, it depends. It still depends whether you shout about those things or not. But the things that you have deep inside to do those things. If somebody has Jupiter down there, this person loves to collect gold. And it all depends on the position of Jupiter, whether this person collects gold, because Jupiter represents many positions, many things. Knowledge, it represents guru, it represents, so your guru may be like a hidden one that nobody knows about. Your hidden experiences of your knowledge. You have the deep hidden knowledge that nobody knows. A few people knows, but it's very deep knowledge. Occult, like astrology is an occult science. Psychologists also we see from here, because psychologists, they dig deeper to get the problem out of your system, or to dig deeper to see what is the root cause of a particular problem. But for astrologers, it takes a glimpse. For psychologists, they may need certain type of sittings, on certain number of sittings. I'm not saying who is good, who's bad, everything is good, but it depends. Astrology never fails, psychologist never fails, psychology never fails. Psychologist or astrologer, they can fail. Now, the thing about 8th house, why it's so scary, because it's related to scary things like death. Why death is so scary? Because this house represents the untreaded territory where nobody has been. How anybody can be there where you are only supposed to be? Nobody else will go there. Only you have to go there. So what happens? People here, with any position there, they have their own jail around them. They have their own boundary around them because of this 8th house. It limits them. This is your limit. This is what you think sometimes. Okay, this is the reality of you, or this is how you are, but you are just building a cage around you. And nobody else will break that cage. Please let me remind you, you have to do that. You. And anybody who will come in your life will always, if this person, friend, father, mother, or anybody who comes in your life, if they are like, for you, they will always try to help you out to break that jail. But they will not break it for you. You have to do it. Astrology, everybody thinks that astrology is something you do this, something will happen. There are things also to do on particular time periods, but it's not like that. Astrology is all about what's to understand who you are, who you really are, why you're here, what you're doing here, what you need to do, what's your dharma. So when you follow your life steps accordingly, then you literally find the meaning of your life. Otherwise, you are just going here to there. That's it. And every time you will find some people, they also, oh, I don't know. They know, but they don't have the courage to break this jail. Let's suppose if moon is there, if Cancer sign is there, these people will be like this. I'm telling oh, I don't know. Because they know, but they have their own cage around it. They think, no, they cannot break it. It will be a disaster. But no, it will elevate them. It will give them liberation. So moon there, or the moon sign, Cancer there, the mother of this person is bringing a cage around this person, depending on the moon's position in the chart. And mostly I have seen that moon is actually, because moon in the 8th house, even if it's a good position to be, for some planets to be at, but still, whoever planet comes down there in the 8th house, it goes, okay, nothing good, no bad. So now what happens? Moon here brings a boundary, and whatever moon, or the mother of that particular chart holder person's mother has been through her life, and her fears, her insecurities, she forced those things on her child. And the child, or the person, if you have this combination, you would think that, oh, you are living her reality, not your reality. You are living her cage, not your cage. But somehow with this position, it suggests now this is your cage. If you have sun there in the 8th house, then you will see you are the person who wants to take others' problems, and who wants to sort out others' issues. You're so much focused on that. Because you had your own issue with your father and you didn't sort it out. But you want to sort out everybody's issue. It's not them who needs help. You need help. But you will help everybody, but nobody will help you. You have to help yourself. I literally fail to understand sometimes when you get to know this. The only thing that you need is courage to take the action. Please, if you need any advice or any consultation as per astrology, please feel free to contact on the email ID. I'm advertising in the middle of the thing, but because I felt like you may need it, and you need the courage to do it. Now, what happens? This house, 8th house, is also the house of others' money, others' debt, your debt also. How you will repay your debt, we can see from the 8th house. The thing we see from here is, that's why we see the thing is inheritance, because somebody dies and others' money comes in your favor. Because inheritance is somebody earned it, somebody made the effort, and you got it for free, kind of thing. Others' money. That's why it's a. If you consult me, I will always say others' money. It doesn't mean it's yours. It's others. You have to use it very, very, very carefully. How to use that money. You are also attaching the karmas, how they earned that money, how they earned that property. That is also coming with you, whoever is owning that. Anyways, now we need to understand this house is not literally about death. Seventh and second house are more deadly. More deadly. Eighth house is the supportive of the second house. Like the first house is your birth, is your whole mindset, is your identity. And who supports it first? Your lineage, where you took birth, the second house. In the same way, seventh house is supported by the eighth house. So now eighth house is supporting whatever condition you have in your seventh house, is supporting that. Now let's talk about I made so many things. I note down so many things, you know, hidden things I talked about. Yeah. Okay. This is also the house you need to see in a female's chart, how her kids will live, the dwelling of the kids. And this house is also related with the nature of your spouse, not nature of your spouse, the nature of speaking, how she speaks, what kind of you know, tone of voice she has. Let's suppose it's Saturn there. It could be more mature, speaking in more mature, manner. Jupiter, they are more educational kind of things. You know, she would be like, educating others kind of thing. It depends. Moon, she might be the emotional person. If I'm saying she, it doesn't mean she. It can also, you can take it as he also. So now we need to understand how this thing affects our life. The eighth house itself is like, if it's deep hidden things, the sewer goes deep and hidden and it's dirty. That's eighth house, exact example of the eighth house. Now, if your sewer pipes are not working well or they are jammed, your eighth house is active. If Saturn and Rahu comes there, especially, that's when you get to clean those pipes or they get jammed and they disturb you. The moment your sewer pipes get jammed, you will see your eighth house gets activated, and with the eighth house activation, all the things related to eighth house, they also will become activated. Like if Moon is there, look at your mother, she will try to stress you out. All the other circumstances, the change, the transformation. This house is the house of transformation, but this house always transforms you for good. Something bad will happen to bring good in your life. Your pipes get jammed and you clean them. It happened for good. Your car might broke so bad that you had to buy a new car. Actually, it was so needed, but you were postponing the things, or you were just procrastinating or something like that. It happens for good. Your spouse leaves you. You get a divorce or something. It happens for good. Very good. Then comes the transformation. If you take it positively, the thing in your life will turn positive. If you take it negatively, it has to happen. You will cry for no reason. At the end of the day, you will realize after 2 years, oh, it happened for good. Take it, man, in the first go. With the eighth house, we need to be little careful because sometimes positions are not that good in the eighth house. Eighth house is also related with your father's feet. Eighth house is also related with in which circumstances your father will leave his body, his death. It is also related with the moksha. When I do the moksha consultation for people, when I see their chart, I always include 5th house, 8th house, 12th house, 6th also, and ascendant also, Atma Karka, Matya Karka, to see what kind of meditation or what kind of mantras would suit them, what kind of practice would give them literal moksha. We can see through these charts. Now, okay, so whatever happens here in the 8th house, it happens all of a sudden, and this sudden transformation always brings first chaos, then peace. In the 8th house, all of your fears are there. You have to fight, you have to overcome. If you don't see, if you procrastinate, there are some people, they will say, they are just more of a kind of leave it. But some people who say leave it, and at the same time, whatever hurt them, whatever the thing was related to, let's take an example of moon in the 8th house. So mother is kind of creating some kind of mental disturbance in this person's life, or emotions are creating some kind of disturbance. Oh, it's all right. But inside, this person is hurt. Now, you have to deal with them. You have to talk about it. Some people don't talk about it. And 8th house, because it's so deep, they cannot talk about it. They will not. Eighth house related things, we need to take them carefully, because it will elevate you from this mess up of life to a good life, or to your best life, to your 100%, to moksha. Trust me, you don't want to come here again and again and doing the same job, same thing. So this is almost all about 8th house, but there will be more things whenever we'll be taking the course. So yeah, I will see you soon in the course. If you want to enroll, please feel free to write me an email. I will give you my WhatsApp. We will talk how the course will begin and all that stuff. And yeah, about my travels, I have a plan going. The plan is still on. And if you want to include your country, your place, your house, or you want to host me, please feel free to text me up or send me an email. Just write in the comment. I will send you my email. If you don't note down, it's in the description, and we will make a plan. We will make a plan, and I will put up a link of my traveling video so that you know why I'm doing it, what's happening. Yeah, I'll see you soon in the next video. Thank you.